Good morning, masters and all brothers and sisters. Thank you for giving me this chance to share today. In today's sharing, I'll be following the questions that our brothers and sisters have posted from the past few days. And so I think it's a very good way that I follow the questions and share some of my thoughts and see how we can link it back to the Lotus Sutra that we've been listening and the meanings behind. So this, when we talk about the unspoken Lotus Sutra, we're referring to this very early, very early in the Lotus Sutra, in chapter 1, introduction. We know of this time, after the Buddha preaches the Sutra of Infinite Meaning, he didn't stood up, but sit over there and then went into a meditation. And then from his eyebrow, a very clear and pure white light flows out, and then illuminating the whole world, up to the heavenly realm, up to the hell realm, everywhere is illuminated. And it was say so. You would say that this scenario, this whole atmosphere, this whole view is the unspoken Lotus Sutra. It literally means, without speaking, the meaning of the Lotus Sutra is being preached. So what is this idea all about? It reminds me of this picture that I took at the airport. Early in the morning when the sun rises, and then the very pure and clean sunlight, sun rays, illuminating the whole world, and then the mountain at one side, the ocean at the other side, and then all the trees and our garden, and all of everything is illuminated, and then very bright and pure. And then early in the morning, you breathe in, and then your lung filled with fresh airs and that kind of feeling. And that it's like you are surrounded by this white light, very clean and pure. Okay. So that's the feeling when we have the Buddha sitting over there, the white light flowing out, and then so that was the scenery. But the crowd was wondering, what is happening? Why is the Buddha sitting there and doing nothing? Has the talk ended? Should we leave already? Or what? What should be happening next? Everyone is like very worried and troubled. And should I stand up or should I not stand up? Very not so sure what to do. And so we have Bodhisattva Manjusri and Bodhisattva Maitreya, having a conversation to help to clear the doubts. That I've seen this scene before, and this means that Buddha is going to preach the great Lotus Sutra, so on and so forth. So what is this all about? What is the unspoken Lotus Sutra that has been spoken in this scenery? Where the Buddha sits, the white light comes out. Nothing is spoken. Something is actually being taught. So what is it? So I actually read back at preach on this segment, and I keep at this moment. That is the idea of waiting. The idea of waiting, 等待. So what is the Buddha waiting about? What is the Buddha waiting for? Why does he wait? Well, I think the idea of waiting is very interesting. When I start thinking about this idea of waiting, I think it's very interesting. You can only say that you are waiting when you are already ready, right? It's like when you ask someone out for a meeting, for dinner or something. You can only say that you are waiting when you are already there, and then waiting for the other people to come. right? If you are still at home, you cannot say that you're waiting because you are not ready yet too. And so you can only say that you're waiting when you're already ready, and then you have done all the things you can uh, to fulfill the affinity uh, of the fruit. But you're only waiting for the other affinities to be ready in order for the fruits to come. And so that's why I show this picture: the seed, the environment, the fruit. It's like every time when we are, when we preach vegetarianism, to our family members, say for example, sometimes it's difficult when they're just not ready yet. And so, when we reach this kind of, we'll reach this kind of dilemma. So, so, um, so now, as in, as say a wife at home. Uh, so do I cook vegetarian meals at home or do I not? When my family members are not ready yet. So, you reach this kind of very hard dilemma, and not so sure what to do. Um, but the idea of waiting is that we are ready, and it's not equals to giving up. Okay, so waiting and giving up is two different directions, and of course it leads to different results. Waiting is you still have hope, and you are already ready. You just wait for the affinity to ripe, and the fruits will be there. If we give up, then there'll be no chance for the fruits to come, because there will be no affinities anymore, because even we ourselves have already given up. So we have gave up our side of the affinity. And so there will be no way for the fruits to come. So when we say waiting, it means we already get ready of all the affinities that we can prepare for. Maybe even we get ourselves prepared. Uh, Say, for example, a vegetarian example just now. We got ourselves, we get ourselves prepared as the affinity, the environment, the yuan, meaning that we still continue our vegetarian lifestyle. We still cook very nice vegetarian dishes, and so so that so we do all that we can do to create that good affinity for people to wish to become vegetarian. Um, but of course, now then we wait. We wait for the seed itself. That is, our family members or all the people around us. Wait for them to be ready to also feel that, yeah, I want to take up this lifestyle too, and that decision is on themselves. The seed is in them, and that has to wait. But again, waiting is not giving up. And so I think this idea is the idea of waiting is actually, I think, in itself, a very deep compassion. Is being ready for all sentient beings. I think that's what Buddha is about. Being ready for all sentient beings, continuing to preach the right Dharma all the time, even though sentient beings we may not understand, or our roots are not ripe yet, or our seeds are not ready yet. So we do not grow. But the sun still comes out every day. The rain still comes once in a while. The wind still blows. The oxygen is always present. The world is always ready. It's only whether our seed is ready already. Yeah. So it's like the Buddha. The Buddha is like the sun, the rain, the water, the wind, the oxygen. Always ready. Just waiting for the seed us to be ready. So just like this picture, the sun is out, the cloud is already there, everything is ready. Are we ready? So I think that's the question. And so when Master preached on this is in 2013, Wisdom at Dawn, he says, compassionate it is, the Buddha. Lifetimes again and again, the Buddha has been in this world, this human realm, preaching in order to liberate all sentient beings, but yet sentient beings are still lost in delusion, and so He waits with patience. He already and still continues to preach the teachings. So I think that's the whole idea. So the idea of waiting is how I understand the unspoken Lotus Sutra. The Buddha has not spoke anything. He just sits with the white light. But this is to depict that he's waiting. He's waiting for us to be ready. He's waiting. It is for that segment of the Lotus Sutra. He's waiting for the people to be ready to listen to the great teaching. Why? Because during the time the crowd is not ready yet. People are still wondering what's happening. Should they leave or not? I know. Should they stand up or not? They're still very, in a kind of messy kind of mind, not sure what to do. And so we have Bodhisattva Maitreya asking the question that, hey, there must be something special. Who can I ask? Is there someone in this place that may have seen it before? Bodhisattva Manjusri. He must have seen it before. Let me ask him. And so Bodhisattva Manjusri, recounting what he has seen before, countless eras before, the Sun Moon Bright Lamp Buddha have spoken a Lotus Sutra before. And before he spoke Lotus Sutra, again, he also, sat in such infinite meditation, and then shone out this white light and waiting. And because of this conversation, that actually got the crowd prepared. The crowd that now knows that the great teaching is coming, and so we should get ready ourselves too. And so the crowd got ready, and so that's when the Buddha came out of the meditation and began to speak of the magnificent the magnificent scene and state of the Buddha, and so on and so forth. The Lotus Sutra continues, and so I think there's getting ready, and waiting is the Lotus Sutra itself. The compassion of the Buddha, upholding the Lotus Sutra is being always ready, always seeking the liberation of sentient beings, always being out there to help. But at the same time, we do not have the anger or the kind of thought that, no, I've done so much for you, why you still don't change? I mean, I've done so much, why you still don't change? All this kind of thoughts, let's not let it affect our mind. But we wait. We wait, but at the same time, we continue to be diligent. We continue to be ready. We continue to be affinity that is always present. We continue to be the sun, to be the rain, to be the wind, to be the oxygen that's always present. We do not cut. We do not let affinity be stopped, or we do not let the affinity be lost. We continue the affinity and wait for the sentient being to be ready, and wait for everyone to be ready, and wait for ourselves to be ready, but continue to be present. Okay, so I think that's what I understand for this question. What is the unspoken Lotus Sutra? And I think it's linked a lot with this idea of waiting in a very positive sense. Okay, so that's this question. Okay, so the next question is actually pretty linked to the idea, but it posed in another different way. So the question goes, one of the 6 parameters is to stay diligent, but it feels very hard to keep being diligent. It's like you have to be running and running and running and running, and then non-stop, and then without break, and then you have to keep going and going. It's so tiring, and so it feels like we gotta take a break sometime. Taking a break is to go for the distance. 休息是为了走更漫长的路。Such ideas. You gotta take break here and there so that you can continue moving forward. And so, should we take a break or not? Or, where Master always says diligence and non-stop, long time practicing, non-stop practicing, and not losing, looseless practicing, so on and so forth. The idea is it feels so daunting and like this that we cannot stop. We must keep going and keep going and keep going. But it feels so tiring. I mean, sometimes we want to rest. How do you continue that momentum? Okay, so that's like the question. I think it's a very legitimate question. How do we do it? So let's reflect back to the idea, what is diligence? What does diligence mean? Master says, diligence is, let's split it into two parts. I know in English we do not say it, but in Chinese it's very clear. Jing Jin, Jing 而不杂, Jin 而不退. And let's translate it as much as we can. What does Jing means? Okay, I tried it as much as I can. Pure or focused. No, that is not diluted or not messed up or not very clouded in our mind. Okay, so that's being very pure, being very focused, being very one direction. Okay, and then Jin, the second meaning it is that always move forward, always moving forward, never regretting, never never resigning or never turning back, always moving forward, even if it's one small step or a small tiny little step, but at least it's moving forward. And so this idea of pure and focus and always moving forward, yeah, it's actually pretty different from running and running and running, that you always have to go on full speed and then very tiring, and they have to bear that gung-ho feeling. Not really. It's being pure and focused. In another word, being mindful all the time, and then being mindful at the right direction, always knowing why this is the right direction. When we know where is the right direction, then we are always moving at the right direction. We are always moving forward. If we don't know where the right direction is, then we will just be moving about, but don't know where we are going and never reaching anywhere. And so being mindful and knowing the right direction, I think, is the key of diligence, and then always continuing. And so Master also has a phrase that says, 要用心，不要操心烦心. No, work with mindfulness, but not worries and troubled mind. Being mindful is not the same as the real gung-ho feeling. No, being mindful with a usual heart. 平常心, I think this is also a very nice idea, to work with a very usual heart. How to be in this, a lot of works coming on and on and on, but take it with a very usual heart. I like the times when I say in a boat, we have a lot of boats to wash. It's like never ending. But when you go into a state of this very usual feeling, that take it and let it go, take it on, let it go, take it on, let it go, so on and so forth. So one play after another, you get into this motion of a very usual, very systematic, very calm state of mind, while the body continues to work, continues to go on and on and on. I think that's the kind of diligence that we're talking about. Continue working, but always knowing the direction, always mindful, but not worries and not a troubled mind. Just like a spinning top. Very fast it's spinning, but yet it's very calm in itself. So picture the spinning top in our mind, and imagining the top very steady, very calm, very firm. I think that's the idea, that's the feeling of still moving, still continuing, but very calm in the mind. And so that's the diligence. And so, well, in the boat, we also have another saying that switching to another way of working is a way of resting. 换一个工作方式就是休息. So when I'm working and it feels very when my mind is like already filled, I cannot continue anymore, I would switch to washing my clothes, or folding my clothes, or do some other things, or maybe go into the field to do some work with the masters, so on and so forth. Switch to another work, go and sweep the floor a little, and then it will generate some inspirations to get ourselves ready to come back to the work again. So it's this idea that you still continue to work, but in a different way. Do some house chores and things like that. When we switch to another kind of work, it actually feels really much like resting. That you are no longer using the same muscle parts. You're no longer using the same part of the brain, and it really feels like resting. And it can continue on and on and on in this way. And so I think this is the idea of diligence. And so in this way, we don't need to work and then take a break, and then work and take a break. It's like you're always taking a break while always working. It's working without a very troubled mind. It's working without a tired mind. Working with a very usual, a very peaceful and calm mind. Always feeling like you merge with the work, and so it's not tiring. It's not tiring, yet you continue to work. And so it's a goal of practice that we can work upon. And always picturing the spinning top, and picturing the whole very peaceful world that's always going on and on and on. Using these pictures to help ourselves imagine how to do that, and then move towards that direction. Of course, it's difficult. It's a practice, but it's a direction that we can picture that it's pretty ideal. It's pretty ideal that if we can do that, very calm yet to continue to work. Let's work on that and continue in that direction. And if anyone of our brothers and sisters do reach that state of mind, please do share with everyone how you reach that, how you do it, and is there any tips of how you do it? Okay, so that's my question for that. Okay, so next one, the question says, I think I might not have the time for this one. Let me skip this first. Yeah, okay, let me skip that part. If we have time later on, I'll continue because it's a longer question. It's a longer story. Okay, so let me continue this one first. This was from last week. The question says, he received this message from someone else that says, "I picked you." Okay, and this message always comes like this. Please pick 4 other people you want to give to, and then because if you do that, something will happen, and so on and so forth. Okay, so for this message, it goes like this: please pick 4 people you want to, you want Amitabha to bless, and I have picked you. And this prayer is very powerful. The prayer is one of the best gifts you can receive. And so let's pray for one another. Very nicely put, I think. Pray Amitabha actually means thank you for each and every day. I think Amitabha is 无量寿, 无量光, 无量福, or things like that. So there's fused into this word Amitabha. So we say Amitabha to everyone. It's actually a very it's a very good well wishes that may the person be infinitely blessed, may the person wisdom life be long and forever, things like that. So yeah, so we continue to say thank you for your tender mercies. Thank you for giving us friends and families to share these joys about. Ask you, the Amitabha, to bless my friends. This feels very it sounds very interesting. Hope Amitabha can bless my relatives and friends and so on and so forth. And may this joy be continued. And to all those that's in pain, may you give them peace and mercy also. And for those that have any doubt, just give them confidence. And where there's a need, please fulfill their needs. Oh, Amitabha, please be there to help those in need. And so on and so forth. If you choose 4 other persons to give this to you, you'll be giving this blessing to your friends or so, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we continue to recirculate this message. That these blessings of Amitabha to continue, or is it actually right to seek blessings from Amitabha? I mean, Master Cheng Yen has been teaching us create our own blessings, find our own blessings, seek the blessings, and these blessings will be blessings for the world. Right? We seek blessings from Amitabha. We do that. Okay, so very interesting. Well, to me, this uh, uh, Master Cheng Yen has also Sharon has also said before that 家家阿弥陀，户户观世音. Her idea of this phrase is not from her. People says about it too. Of course, probably in different way. That hope all families has Amitofo in the family, as Guan Pusa in the family, may all the families be blessed. That's probably the original meaning. But Master put it in a different way. That may every family be Amitofo. May every house be one of the Guan Yin. What does that mean? It means that Amitofo is not someone up there, like someone that we pray for. We don't seek blessings, or we don't pray for blessings and things from Amitofo from out there. No, actually, Amitofo is just right around us. Just like Guan Pusa is just right around us. With 500 people with the same mind and same directions, we have one Guan Yin Bodhisattva. 1,000 hand, 1,000 eye. So Guan Yin Bodhisattva is us, is around us. Amitofo is around us, is us. And so every time when we sing the prayer, 我的心念上达诸佛听, this is from the lyrics of the prayer, our prayer. May all the Buddhas hear my prayers. Every time when I sing this phrase, I always picture in my mind, all the Buddhas are right around me. All our brothers and sisters around us, they are the Buddhas. All the people around us, they are Buddhas. They all are Buddhas in the heart, or future Buddhas. We all have the Buddha nature. The Buddha nature is all around us. It's in our heart. It's in everyone's heart. And so when we sing our prayers, we are actually singing this to the Buddha nature around us, to the brothers and sisters around us, to generate that Buddha nature, the Buddha nature manifest in every one of us. And so we hope these Buddha natures hear our prayers. We hope our own Buddha natures hear our prayers. And the Buddhas are right around us. May all the Buddhas know my prayers. May my heart be that of the Buddha's heart. May our hearts connect with the Buddha's heart. May I know what the Buddha's heart is all about. So may all the Buddhas know my prayers. When I sing this phrase, I think this is what I picture in my mind. I hope my heart can connect with that of the Buddha. I hope all the Buddhas around me, that's all the people around me, all the Buddha's natures can be generated, can come forward, can all be heard. And so I think in that way, this idea of Amitofo is a blessing from our own Buddha nature and from everyone's Buddha nature that we wish to pass on and again and again. So every time when we say Amitofo to our brothers and sisters, every morning, every session, before every session, when we do a 3 bows to the Buddha, that's the truth. That's a very real way of blessings to every one of us, because we generate we generate in ourselves and in every one of us a very good thought to begin our day. So I think that is very tangible. It's a very tangible kind of blessings we want to give. So hopefully we don't just give out messages to send blessings. Do more than that. Okay, be face to face with all the brothers and sisters. Come out of our house or be with our family members. Amitofo to everyone, and be the Amitofo, be the Guan Yin Bodhisattva, be the Buddhas around us, be the Buddhas in this world, and bring blessings to everyone as well. Okay, so that's my feeling for this question. And so Buddha's heart as our heart, Master's mission as our mission, has these meanings in it too. How do we connect our heart with Buddha's heart? How do we have Master's mission as our mission? And that's the blessings we give out to everyone. So thank you. This is what I'm sharing for today. Thank you so much for listening. Gan En.
Yoking for such wonderful replies to our questions. Today, we have sharing from Medan, our Indonesian and Dharma families, Brother Tzu Chen and Sister Chen Xiaoli. Some of us may have heard of Brother Tzu Chen's sharing last year. He is a very diligent and committed brother who prepared translation for Master's live caption in Bahasa Indonesia, Indonesian language. It has inspired many since then. So let's just hear from Brother Sentient today. Before that, sorry, later you all may have to look at the.
Karena Tzu Chi ya berikan kesempatan untuk sharing ya. Kemarin di Tzu Chi ada tanya dari Sisiung Hongkong, ada tanya nama Budi saya ya. Master memberikan nama saya Wesu ya. Itu diambil dari nama saya, itu artinya pohon ya. Jadi saya lihat kembali pohon nama saya berbeda dengan yang diberikan Master. Master menambahkan 3 titik air yang menambahkannya. Di dictionary saya lihat itu artinya sudah waktunya ya, sudah waktunya timely rain ya. Jadi sudah waktunya harus mendengar Dharma. Sedikit saya informasikan, Kota Medan berjarak 2 km dari Jakarta. Jakarta ibu kota di Indonesia. Jadi kami sebenarnya kalau naik pesawat lebih dekat ke Kuala Lumpur daripada ke Jakarta ya. Ke Kuala Lumpur tidak sampai 1 jam. Oke. Nah, saya sebenarnya sebelum tahun 2013 masih belum tahu Simpasyang. Jadi saya mengenal Simpasyang itu sebenarnya di Hualien ya. Waktu itu saya membawa pasien ke sana, kemudian saya ke Jing ya. Singkatnya pada hari keempat ketika membawa pasien cuci medan ke Hualien itu, kita pertamanya tinggal di apartemen. Kemudian kita belum tahu apa-apa ya. Kemudian ada temai sepuh membawa kita harus tinggal di Jing ya. Nah waktu itu dipesan kita harus bangun jam 3.30 pagi ya. Wah itu kita belum pernah loh bangun sepagi itu ya. Nah awalnya kita sangat kesulitan ya. Jam 3.30 pagi bangun, kemudian jam 4.20 kita ikut kebaktian 1 jam, kemudian mendengar ceramah Master jam 5.20 ya, 2 jam ya. Nah setelah itu sepuh harus sarapan ya, kita sarapan, kemudian setelah sarapan kita nyapu-nyapu di kebun ya, kemudian masuk kembali ikut cekung cawwe ya. Jadi 3 jam lebih ya harus dengar ceramah Master dan kebaktian ya. 2 hari kemudian kita merasa tidak mampu ya, sangat capek ya, kemudian kita kembali tinggal di apartemen. Nah, hari ke-9 setelah pasiennya selesai menjalani pengobatan, kita akan kembali ke Indonesia. Jadi kita disuruh sharing ya, sharing kembali di acara Cekung Capoe ya. Nah, waktu itu kita belum pandai menyampaikan sharing ya, jadi waktu itu hanya menyampaikan beberapa kata. Setelah sharing kita diajak masuk kembali untuk berbicara ya dengan Master ya. Nah waktu itu Master bertanya kepada kita, dalam pertanyaan itu salah satunya Master menanyakan kita udah berapa hari ya di Hualien ya. Jadi waktu itu saya jawab udah 9 hari ya kepada Master. Master bilang, saya cuma nampak kalian 2 hari ya, kita berdua ya dengan seorang sisiung lagi sekarang di Jakarta. Wah kita waktu itu semua sisiung setia di situ dengan sepuh tertawa ya. Jadi kita merasa malu juga lah ya, harusnya kita 9 hari di sana, harus 9 hari mendengar ceramah Master di Jingse ya. Nah kemudian Master dengan sangat welasasi masih menanyakan, nah selama di Hualien itu enak nggak? Ya kita jawabnya enak lah di situ ya. Master bilang ya kalau enak tinggal di sini aja. Nah setelah itu kita pulang ke Medan, kemudian harus tunggu berapa lama kemudian baru ada Simpasyang di Medan ya. Nah waktu itu saya juga belum bisa mendengar untuk memahami, hanya mendengar aja. Nah, setelah sekian lama, pelan-pelan saya dengan handphone ya, dengan handphone saya ada menyimpan kata-kata yang saya dengar. Kemudian selama 2-3 tahun sudah mulai bisa ya. Nah, setelah bisa itu awalnya kita seminggu 1 kali ya. 1 kali itu kemudian berubah semakin lama menjadi setiap hari ya. Waktu itu ada yang Tzu Chi ngomongnya saya, Tzu Chi kita simpang setiap hari aja. Saya bilang, oh oke lah, mungkin kebetulan saat itu kita sedang bedah buku. Saya dengar waktu itu ada Yu Chen Jiu ya, Yu Chen Jiu. Oh, udah saatnya udah tiba untuk simpang setiap hari ya. Nah, waktu itu saya teringat kembali ya, Master bilang cuma nampak 2 hari itu ya. Jadi sebenarnya kalau Master menyampaikan sesuatu kepada kita, berarti Master menyampaikan kepada kita semua loh, bukan kepada satu orang ya. Teringat kembali Master di bab 2 itu mengatakan ya, Sang Buddha menyampaikan kepada Sariputra, jangan bertahan di arahat ya, harus mengikuti cenfa ya. Nah, waktu itu Master mengatakan ya, Buddha sebenarnya menyampaikan kepada semua murid Buddha, bukan hanya kepada Sariputra seorang ya. Jadi di sini sebenarnya apa yang disampaikan Master kepada saya sebenarnya juga disampaikan terutama kepada sesungguhnya kita di Indonesia ya, terutama di Medan ya. Jadi harus simpang. Nah, dari sana saya setelah simpang setiap hari coba mengajak orang ya. Nah, karena kesulitan, banyak yang kesulitan atau ada yang sudah mendengar juga tidak memahami, saya rasanya harus membantu ya dengan translate. Saya mencoba. Akhirnya 1 hari kemudian saya menemukan cara, saya berusaha mentranslate dengan sebuah sistem checking namanya Trillian, sehingga bisa dibagikan kepada sesungguhnya secara live ya. Nah, karena saya awalnya juga tidak bisa, saya harus lebih kerja keras ya, harus lebih yungsin. Jadi di Indonesia itu kita kalau simpang pukul 6.40, kalau live-nya jam 5.20 ya, ini waktu Indonesia. Jadi waktu Indonesianya jam 4.20, waktu Taiwan jam 5.20 ya, kita lebih lambat 1 jam. Jadi agar kita mentranslasikan lebih baik, saya harus bangun jam 3.30 ya, kembali seperti yang diminta di Kuala. Jam 4.20 saya sudah harus standby untuk mendengar secara live ya. Nah, setelah mendengar itu selesainya jam Indonesia 5.20. Jam 5.20 itu saya ada terima teks email yang udah berbentuk Mandarin. Karena kurang memahami Mandarin, saya harus dibantu dengan internet, dengan bahan-bahan yang ada, sehingga apa yang belum saya pahami ketika mendengar pertama itu saya harus mencari sampai yang kemudian yang live untuk Indonesia jam 6.40 saya harus siap, saya harus mengerti secara live ya. Saya kemudian itu berjalan sampai sekarang ya. Sebenarnya kemarin Jing bertanya, ada menolong apa kepada saya simpang ini ya? Di tes kembali sebenarnya 2014 sebenarnya saya juga di Tzu Chi ada banyak masalah lah ya, ada banyak masalah. Sampai suatu ketika saya sangat down itu sudah tidak datang lagi ke Tzu Chi selama sebulan. Jadi selama sebulan itu setiap minggu pagi itu kerjanya Pak, saya cuci mobil aja ya. Sampai tetangga saya bertanya, Sisyong kok tidak pergi ke Tzu Chi? Oh, belum ada kegiatan. Jadi sebulan itu ada Tzu Chi kirim chat ke saya, Sisyong kok gak datang simpang ya? Kata-kata itu walaupun sederhana, kata-kata itu ya namanya fasing kwan hoya. Kita sangat tersentuh, kemudian datang lagi ya. Datang lagi sampai berjalan, yang kalau translate itu dimulai tahun 2016. Nah, tahun 2016 akhir saya ada ikut acara di Hualien. Nah, waktu itu saya sharing ya, ada sharing mengenai saya sudah melakukan simpang dan memberikan hal-hal yang positif ya, seperti kita lebih kuatlah untuk melakukan semua kegiatan di Tzu Chi. Akhirnya waktu itu setelah sharing saya diberi kesempatan bertemu Master, berjalan ke depan Master. Saya merasa saya sudah dapat melakukan apa yang Master inginkan ya. Master menepuk bahu saya 2 kali ya. Oke, akhir kata sharing saya, di dunia ini di mana lagi kita bisa mendengar Dharma yang sebaik yang disampaikan Master Cheng Yen, yang juga mengajarkan kita bagaimana cara mempraktekannya. Perjalanan dan pekerjaan kita di Tzu Chi masih panjang. Next, Siti.
Terima kasih Susan Tzu telah memberikan kesempatan kepada saya untuk sharing hari ini ya. Awal masuk Tzu Chi saya awal tahun 2015. Ketika itu saya baru masuk Tzu Chi, belum tahu apa-apa, juga belum mengerti apa-apa. Waktu itu diajak cucang saya untuk ikut Xun Paxiang. Tapi sebenarnya nggak ngerti apa itu Xun Paxiang pada waktu itu. Katanya itu adalah Dharma, mendengar Dharma Master. Jadi pada waktu itu saya mengikuti Xun Paxiang, saya juga belum mengerti ya, karena di sini kita kurang mengerti tentang bahasa Mandarin. Ya. Jadi pada waktu itu kita juga nggak ngerti. Kemudian waktu itu juga hanya seminggu sekali. Jadi banyak yang kita tidak bisa ikuti karena yang kita dengar itu hanya sepotong-sepotong. Yang sebenarnya Master juga setiap hari memberikan Xun Paxiang pada waktu itu. Jadi tidak nyambung. Kemudian sampai pada tanggal 26 Juli 2016, waktu itu diadakan Xun Paxiang setiap hari di Jatijang sendiri. Kemudian dari situ kita mengikuti setiap hari, baru kita lebih mengerti bahwasanya ini adalah Dharma yang berlanjut gitu. Jadi setiap hari kita dengarkan, baru ceritanya bisa berlanjut, baru kita pelan-pelan mengerti. Juga karena ada translate dari Cheng Yen, kemudian ada dari translate dari Dharma dari Sing dari sana. Jadi kita lebih mengerti apa itu isi Dharma itu. Kemudian dari setiap hari kita mengikuti Dharma Master ini membuat saya lebih mengerti dan lebih tertarik pada Dharma ini, karena Dharma ini yang memberitahukan kita supaya bagaimana kita bisa menjadi ke arah menjadi Buddha gitu. Jadi saya juga sangat beruntung bisa mendengarkan Sutra Lotus ini ya. Karena selama ini kita di luar tidak dapat mendengarkan Dharma Sang Buddha. Saya juga menyadari seperti kata Master, kita bisa mendengarkan Dharma itu sangatlah tidak mudah. Belum tentu di setiap kehidupan kita bisa mendengarkan Dharma. Jadi kita harus menggenggam momen ini dan kesempatan pada waktu ini supaya kita terus bisa mendengarkan Dharma, kemudian bisa kita praktekkan. Karena kita tidak tahu apakah besok duluan datang atau ketidakkekalan duluan datang. Ya, jadi makanya saya juga mengikuti Xun Paxiang sampai sekarang gitu. Banyak manfaat yang saya peroleh dari Xun Paxiang. Dengan Xun Paxiang adanya Dharma Master membuat jiwa kebijaksanaan kita lebih bertumbuh. Karena di dalam kegiatan sehari-hari kita ataupun di dalam kegiatan Tzu Chi kita selalu bertemu dengan orang, juga bertemu dengan masalah dan benda. Jadi dengan adanya kita mengikuti Xun Paxiang ini juga bisa membuat jiwa kebijaksanaan kita bertumbuh supaya juga kita tidak mudah tersakiti ketika kita berhadapan dengan masalah-masalah tersebut gitu. Di kegiatan Tzu Chi juga sering kita menghadapi cobaan. Contohnya juga ketika menjalani kasus, kita juga bisa kadang-kadang mengalami dimarahin oleh Gan En atau gitu dengan kata-kata yang kasar atau apa kepada kita. Jadi dengan kita sudah mengikuti Dharma ini juga kita bisa mengerti, juga bisa sabar, kita juga bisa menjalankan sat paramita ya, 6 paramita seperti berdana, sila, sabar, tahan, tetap tekun, kemudian samadhi dan menimbulkan kebijaksanaan kita di dalam menjalankan kegiatan Tzu Chi ini. Kita bisa dalam pelaku itu juga bisa menolong mereka untuk lepas dari penderitaan mereka. Kemudian kita mengajari mereka bagaimana supaya bisa ikut bersumbangsi, supaya nanti kehidupan yang akan datang atau kehidupan selanjutnya mereka tidak akan begitu menderita lagi. Dengan dengarkan Dharma, kemudian Dharma dimasukkan ke dalam hati kita, kemudian kita praktekkan, membuat kita akan lebih bahagia dalam Dharma, ya, sukacita dalam Dharma. Master mengatakan setiap orang memiliki sifat hakiki Buddha. Karena selama ini kita banyak tertutup oleh kekotoran batin, kegelapan batin, maka sifat Buddha ini kita tidak nampak. Makanya setiap hari kita perlu senantiasa membersihkan kotoran batin kita. Pada awal Januari 2018, UI kami yang di Pelestarian Bunga Mandala mengadakan adanya kegiatan Shinfasyang di Depo Mandala kami, di komunitas kami. Pada waktu itu sudah beberapa waktu, tapi belum terwujud karena belum ditemukan adanya PIC. Ya. Mengingat pentingnya kita sebagai relawan untuk mengikuti Shinfasyang supaya jiwa kebijaksanaan kita bisa berkembang. Kemudian supaya para relawan di sana yang tidak leluasa untuk datang ke sini, kemudian saya mengemban tugas ini untuk menjadi PIC Shinfasyang di Depo Mandala itu pada tanggal 14 Januari 2018. Sampai sekarang di sana masih diadakan Shinfasyang seminggu sekali. Kemudian pada hari libur ketika saya tidak bekerja juga saya mengadakan Shinfasyang di sana. Karena kalau pada hari biasa biasanya saya di sini lebih dekat dengan tempat kerjaan saya. Jadi kalau di sana tidak begitu leluasa saya di sana karena bisa terlambat bekerja gitu. Dengan akhir kata, dengan adanya Shinfasyang sana, banyak orang bisa mendengarkan Dharma. Semoga bisa menyucikan para hati manusia yang lebih banyak lagi.
Not at all. It's super amazing. I think this is amazing and cool. It's very nice. I think I'm glad we have practiced the live captioning, and so we are now all very good at this. Writing subtitles live. It's amazing. Thank you, Brother Besh and Sister Uni, for sharing. It's really amazing, both of you, how Brother Wei Shu has truly been a preacher of Dharma. In the Lotus Sutra, we hear that a Dharma teacher is one that writes, that recites, that remembers, that writes, that preaches and explains, and upholding the Lotus Sutra. And thank you. I saw that you wake up really early in the morning. I mean, as early as in the boat, like wake up 3:30 in the morning, so as to watch the very first time, as in the time that the one that is the same time as Taiwan, but that's as early as 3:30 at your time, and so as to watch it the first time, and then take that 1 to 2 hours to translate, and then so that when our Indonesian brother sisters wake up to watch the 5:20 replay, they can have the translation. I think this is truly amazing. Yeah, it's, I can imagine you must have really benefited from this so much, because every day you are immersing in the Dharma. You are writing, you're translating, you're contemplating, you are explaining and reinterpreting the teachings, so that so many people have benefited from it. From this, it reminds me again of the idea of what merit is all about. Every time when we say we do something good and we gain merit, it's as if someone is counting it for us. But what you're doing is true merit, because so many people have benefited from your translation, and so have gained so much from their heart, in their hearts. And I think that is very tangible, very true merit that we have been doing every day when we do translation. As our translation team, our English group over here, We're doing this every day, and every one of us, we're all benefiting from it. And so this is true merit that we have done. So thank you, Brother Wei Shu, for the great effort, and hope we can all continue on this. And also thank you, Sister Shoni, for the sharing. I think it's true. We are really truly blessed to be able to be in this era, this right time, to be able to hear life from Master herself. Even not, I mean, and we need to continue this on and on and on. I mean, even for the past a month or so, we've been watching the replay, the videos. But let's remember that this will be the way for us to continue to listen to Dharma when Master is no longer around. But Master is still around. Master will always be around. Master's Dharma will always be around. It's already in us. And so we must continue. The videos, the replaying, continue to translating it for more people to listen. And every day using these teachings to help to start our day anew with the right direction. Even if it's video, the Dharma body, the Dharma kaya of our Dharma master is in there. It's always there. It's always present. And so let's continue this path, watching Xun Fa Xiang, and get the Dharma water into our hearts every day, and continue that on, and let more people, more brothers and sisters continue on this path. And when we get used to this momentum of everyday diligence, we will be ready. We will be ready for the day to come. We will be ready for the future and all the days to come. And so thank you so much, live translation, and for person that's really that's translating just now. Amazing translation. It's really cool, and great effort. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for today.